They're letting me go.
What's going on, guys? We have just got our pigs and we're going to get them into their setup, get them where they're going to be for a little while to train them on the electric fence. We train our pigs on electric fences so that we can move them around freely in through the woods so that they're not just stuck in the same spot their entire lives, wallowing in their own filth. So I want to show you how we go about this. Thanks for joining me, and let's get to it. The piglets are in the crate that I just picked them up in. They've been stressed out. They were just ripped from their mama, and they were on a half-an-hour car ride, so they're just all freaked out right now. What I want to do is introduce them right away to their safe spot, our little piggy shelter, which is this thing. This is our pig shelter. This is the shelter that we train our pigs on the fence on. So what I'm going to do is take the crate that the pigs are in, and I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to put it right in front of this door and open it up so that they go right into a spot that's safe for them. And they'll know that for as long as they're here. It's where they'll be introduced safely to the homestead, the land that they're going to spend the rest of their lives on. So let me show you the inside of this thing. So to make it as comfortable for them as possible, we have some fresh straw, food, and their water right there. So the crate that they're in will be placed right here in front of the door, and I'll open it up and they can go in on their own free will right into this pen. So once the pigs are out of the crate and comfortable in there, I will take the crate away, and that will give them access to this area that I have penned in with the fence. So I'd like to talk about the area that I have penned out for them that I'm going to use to train them on electric fence. So what I like to do is I have this rabbit fencing here, which is only a couple feet high, and the holes are nice and small so that the pigs can't squeeze through them if they get past the fence. And now this fence is behind the electric fence that I have here. I have one strand of electric fencing here. Sometimes if they hit this fence and get zapped, they push forward and they're going to hit this fence and they're not going to be able to go anywhere. So the trick to this is to make sure that this electric fence is not too far away from this fence, about a hand's width. Sometimes when the pigs get zapped, they'll push forward and hit this fence and they can't go any further. Now while they're trying to push out of this, you want them to be continuously getting zapped and they'll back right out. And another thing that I like to do is make sure that this wire right here isn't too high or too low. The trick is when the pig gets shocked, ideally you'd like them to get shocked on their face or head in front of the ears. That makes them back up. If they get shocked behind their ears or neck on their back, they tend to push forward. And that's when they run into this fence. That's where this fence comes into play. More often than not, I don't need the fence, but it's worth it. Trying to catch a young piglet is no easy thing to do. I know it sounds kind of mean and cruel, but it works, and they get hip to the trick quick. It's only going to take 1 or 2 zaps, and they'll be fine. They'll know not to touch that wire fence. I'll keep them in this pen for a couple weeks until I know for sure that they respect the fence. From there, I can move them anywhere I want with 1 strand of electric wire. It works out pretty slick. We've been doing this for years. It works. So that's enough chit-chatting about it. Let's introduce these pigs to their new home. It'll take them a little bit to relax, but eventually they're going to get comfortable enough to come out and start exploring. There it is. Where's that?
Does that feel good? Yeah, does it feel good? Already eating acorns. Yeah, you like those acorns? Those good?
I'm about to give them their first pig bucket. Hey guys, it's the pig bucket. Well, as you can see, these pigs have settled in nicely. They've been here for less than 24 hours at this point. They're calm, settled in, letting me touch them. That's good. That's really good. Now, even though these pigs have let me touch them already, I'm not going to do it while they're eating. That's just asking to get bit. They're letting me be close. That's good. But I can tell. Yeah, this one especially. So we'll be getting the pigs trained to this fence in this area, and then in a couple weeks I'll move them out, and the process begins. We'll move them all over the woods throughout the course of the season until winter. In which case we move them to the freezer. Now that these pigs are here, they're never going to leave this property. They're going to live out their whole lives right here on the homestead, and then the process that they're going to be subjected to, that's going to happen right here as well. We do it all the slaughtering, all the butchering, all the processing, all of it. We do it all right here. So once our animals get here, they never leave. That's really rewarding and very good to know. It's really nice to know where your food's coming from, and it's really rewarding and comforting to know how well these animals lived, the processes they went through, the food that they were eating, all of that stuff I know. And there's no carbon footprint. We're not paying for, trucking. Now, they say the average meal travels about 1,500 miles. That's crazy. Ours travels a couple hundred yards. So it's a rewarding process. A lot of work, but rewarding. Most pigs live 90% of their lives in a pen, not much bigger than this. And eventually it gets all muddy and nasty, and they're up to their elbows in muck and mud, disgusting, smelly shit. It's not the case for these guys. And factory farming is even worse. Pigs live in cages they can't even turn around in, or packed right in like sardines. It's terrible. It's really sad that the mass population would allow that to happen. It's not a good living. It's not a good existence for an animal that has as much depth as a pig. They're smart animals. They don't deserve to live like that. It does me a lot of good knowing these pigs are going to live really good lives. Digging around in the dirt, in the woods. Yes, these pigs are going to be slaughtered in late fall, early winter, but they live really good lives, and that means a lot to us. Part of the reason we raise our own meat is because the way they're raised commercially is just disgusting and cruel. These pigs will not suffer that fate. They're going to live good, healthy, happy lives. And happy food tastes better. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys and gals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Pigs are cute, and I'll talk to you later.